Vincenzo's Go Crypto Investing this April the 16th, 2025. Early morning cryptocurrency and altcoin update is what we're going to focus on. And there's been a lot of questions from members of Jabroni Killers because the market's been highly volatile. And I feel like a quick video this morning on just specifically the altcoins will cover a lot of the questions about different coins that different members have asked. And you can see right here with the Casper, we're just going to look at this very quickly. We're not going to put too much time into this. Only a couple people asked about Casper, but you can see because it's been just pretty much Casper, the deadly ghost. It's been Casper, the deadly fleece heisting and shysting the retail traders' money since it came out. I mean, look at that. It's hit all-time lows recently. It's been on a nice pump though, ever since April and May. You can see it shot up. Oh, I wish I would have actually held Casper from April. This would have been, you could have sold this at 100x or 100 times your money, or a 1x move to the wicks. Nobody would have got, but there have been plenty of opportunities at 150% gains. But now, right now, you see it sold off again. And what you would look for in Casper is, does it hold this 0.01530 in this light blue trading area? Does it hold this on support? If it holds this, you could see another repeat where you get another one of these wick one, wick two, you could get another hyper wick and then the sell off back to the mean. Or if this dumps, you're likely to come down to the top part of this red support and resistance trading box down here at the 0.0135. So that's what we're looking at in Casper. And remember, hit that bell notification, like the channel, subscribe, and share to continue to get the updates on ZRX, which we're going to look at now, as this was a Jabroni Killer member asked about this. And you can see we bounced off of just above the 18 cents or the bottom part of this blue trading box. Right now, we're still sitting just on top of or above the 50-day moving average in the daily time frame. And you have your major, give me this, we'll clone this. You have your major upper resistance here at the top part of this blue trading box at 40 cents. You got your major support at 18 cents below. And you're sitting on the moving averages now. And in ZRX, if you want to continue, just like our channel is on our way to 2,100 subscribers, if you want to continue up to 40 cents, you got to hold the 50-day moving average here, and you got to get on top of the 100-day and then fight your way in a similar fashion over the 200-day and then move your way up to 40 cents. If you get rejected and you slip below the 27 cents or the 50-day moving average, it's going to want to force you back down to the top part or the bottom part of this blue support and resistance zone just above the 18.25 cents major lower support, right? So that's what we're looking at in the ZRX, and ask you to become members of Jabroni Killers to fleece, heist, and shist and support the channel that was built and created for the retail trader to keep you out ahead and educated and well informed so you don't get fleece, heisted, and shisted by these manipulators and these fleecers in the mainstream and social media sphere that are they're like termites that you can't get rid of. And it would have saved you, and you would have known about a potential 88.69% flush, right? By these manipulators for the last year and a half to 2 years on COREUM, you would have been fleeced by not understanding. There would have been buying opportunities, $3.99 a month, video description and/or pinned comment below. Help support the channel and help promote the page. And if we look at where we're at, you can see we were talking about with that first mover advantage, reason to subscribe and become members of Jabroni Killers back here. We were talking about a move down to 10 cents, potentially followed by a rally up to 20 cents, right? Or this major upper resistance zone. And you can see where we did bounce off of the 10-cent level and we got as high as the 18-cent level. And then now we've corrected down along uh the 100-day moving average, and we're sitting on the 50-day moving average at 13 cents. And what you need to see now is to hold these moving averages in this consolidation, hold the 50, build the base, and fire back above the 100-day, and that could catapult you up here to the 20-cent major upper resistance, right? So that's bullish scenario. Bearish scenario is you start losing the 50 and you start using these as major resistance. You start using the 100-day as resistance, then you slipped off 50-day and you start using that as resistance, and then you end up getting forced down to, see, you use it as resistance, then you end up getting forced down to the major underneath support at 10 cents. So that's what we're looking at in COREUM, and that's what we're going to be paying attention to. We still do not want to buy this ad-free thing. Some of these other coins that we have on here that people want. What is this? Chainlink. Chainlink everybody wants. And just like we're following Chainlink, is just like you need to uh share the station and support the page on a channel that was built for the retail trader and investor. That's why the channel was created. And that's why it's vital to keep this once a day daily updates coming, and to help actually spread the page, grow the channel, grow the content, grow our influence, and grow our audience. You need to become members of Jabroni Killers, because this is one of the only, if not the only, retail trader based stations. And we're here for you. You can see we have this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern in green, which led us to that technical target. You go from the top of the head to the horizontal neckline to the point of a breakout. And that got us down there to the bottom part of this orange trading zone at $7 and change, way back in the day when this channel started. Then we were in this long consolidation for a very long time. We had downside targets of $2.50. We held the top part of this red trading zone, or AKA a la OG shithouse down there. And then we had a massive rally at the start of 2023, 2024, and that continued. And then we had a sell off with a head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern where you had a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, a neckline. And if you would have drawn this and we still had this targeted move out, you would have seen it with the first mover advantage. How these follow a lot of times the prototypical textbook playbook, and you can see where you got your technical target. And that's why we had the $8.01 down there a very long time ago, and we just moved it up front. Then we had a quick rally, a ferocious rally with the Donald Trump induced 31.07 local high. Then we've been trading down, and we bounced on the $11.34 bottom part of the green major support zone. You can see you had a wick there, but you held on it, decides to flash wick down through the weekly. And if you look at the daily time frame to look at it better, you can see there's where that wick was, right here. And you can see how it held it beautifully over a couple of day span. Then we bounced off successfully from that, and we continued to work our way up to the top part of this green resistance box, and we were actually on top of it now, and this is very bullish. And what you're looking to continue to see, the bullish action and the bullish sentiment and the bullish momentum, is to hold the top part of this 15 cents, or the top part of this green trading box, hold that, build a base for a few days, hold that 50-day moving average that's uptrending now, and then continue to the upside. And then you could form another leg to the upside, just like you've seen right here on the prior pumps, right? Or if you fail to hold that, you would slip the 50-day moving average and eventually try to work your way down towards that 11 cents. And if we go into some of these other altcoins that are on here, the XDC, you can see it's the same thing. We've actually broken down in the XDC from the other day. Let's move the 50-day moving average. It started to trend down again. The 100-day moving average has started to trend down, and we were warning about this was possible. And we did break down from these recent highs that we had back here. 3 pumps, 3 rejections, and we've been telling you got to hold these moving averages. Now you've slipped the 100-day and the 50-day in blue and red from top to bottom, and you're just above the 200-day in green. You need to hold that 200-day in green, or you would have a very fast fall down to some of these wick lows down here at 0.0600, right? If you fail to hold that 200-day, you're likely to have a big fall, and a percentage wise, it would bring you from the 200-day to the mean. It'd be about an 8 to 14% fall to the downside. If you can hold these, you would have a bounce back off the 200-day. You could bounce quickly up to the 100-day moving average up there at about 0.075. If we look at ALGO, it's the same thing. We've got heavily rejected off an area that we were talking about off the bounce. You have the 200-day moving average stacked there. You have the bottom part of that red resistance box, because it's resistance because you're coming from below it after bouncing off that critical 20-cent level, right? And look at what happened. You got rejected the first time, had a major hold of support, called it that we were likely to come back and retest this again. This time you broke into the box, but you got heavily rejected. And one thing you can see that you were heavily with sharp sellers, sniper sellers up there, are these big wicks in the daily where you spike up there in the daily to start the day and you get instantly rejected and knocked down and beat down out of there, right? And then you try it again the next day, then you try it again the day after that, and you got repeatedly one, two, still do not want to buy you 3, 4, 5, 6 days in a row. Rinse, wash, repeat, rejection. Now you got a confirm rejection and you're breaking down off of that and you're just above the 50-day moving average. And you need to hold that 50-day moving average right here, or you're going to come straight down to the 20-cent level in ALGO. And then before you know it, you could come all the way back below that and end up at that 10-cent target. So this is still a critical time for ALGO to continue this bullish upside momentum. You need to hold that 21 cents, or you're coming down to the major support level that it's trying to continue to hold that support and not flip it to resistance, which would be very, very bearish in ALGO. And then we're going to finish it out with, if I can find DGB here, because this thing was on a nice consolidation to the upside. You can see it actually broke way up off of this. We're going to move this off of this 0.00837 major support level, as we do have a downside target of 0.0059 stemming from back here in December when we identified and sniffed out in first mover advantage this head and shoulders topping out reversal pattern. Again, when everybody thought this was going to continue to run up, and we were about here when we called the move to the wick low and went down 59%. So it was a very good call by us, but it hasn't met the target yet. It's been trading up and sideways. We've gotten rejected again for the third time, sort of pump one rejections, pump two rejection, pump three rejection, pump four rejection, so pump five and another rejection. And I still believe this is going to eventually, like the rest of these coins, break down. And if this continues to fall, you got to look for it, and it needs to hold the short-term moving averages. You can see you've had a ferocious, that we talked about last week, bullish cross, golden bullish cross now, where the 50-day has crossed the 200 and the 100-day moving average. You need to hold these moving averages on this uh, consolidation to the downside, or you're coming back all the way down here to the market swing low if you fail to hold on a consolidation. These moving averages here and upside potential up here on a current pump. If you break bullish to the upside, you would come up here to the 0.0136. Like the channel, subscribe. Members of Jabroni Killers, retail trader based 63 degrees sunshine with a northwest wind after a severe weather outbreak in the great state of Michigan last night. An XRP, a Bitcoin, Ethereum, an XLM update coming at noontime. Peace and love. Direct side, bro. Jay.